welcome to our broadcast.
In tonight's Cougar News, talent shows, aerial shoots, and Nick swings.
And we'll end our broadcast with teachers read student tweets. But first, April showers have finally brought May flowers.
It is May, and that means one thing. Graduation is almost here.
Spring is in full bloom, and soon our seniors' budding lives will be unfolding.
Soon also, the Criterion newspaper will be publishing its popular Plans and Memories issue. Here's a sneak peek at that issue, with Craig seniors sharing their favorite memories from the past and plans for the future.
What was your favorite memory senior year?
Playing at the Coliseum in the state hockey tournament.
All right.
Joining show choir was definitely a big high school memory of mine. I met a lot of my really good friends in there, and I have a lot of memories from there, like winning different grand champions and stuff like that I'll take with me for the rest of my life.
What are your plans after high school?
I'm going to join the United States Navy.
I'm going to run track at the University of Dubuque, and I'm going to double major in psych and soc, and hopefully become a social worker.
I'm going to go to the University of Wisconsin-Madison to hopefully get a degree in psychology and maybe music.
After high school, I will be going to Tulane University in New Orleans. I'll be studying English, political science, and dance.
I'm attending UW-Madison, and I'm studying biology with the intent to become a pharmacist.
The senior awards ceremony recently took place in the Craig Large Auditorium. Allie Pearson reports.
Almost $500,000 were given out tonight. The exact amount, $415,000, awarded to top scholars and athletes right here at Craig. Programs were handed out, well-dressed community members and parents were seated. 108 eager seniors waited in the small auditorium for the program to begin. After the Pledge of Allegiance, Guidance Counselor Audrey Fiore began the night by saying that seniors were encouraged all year to apply for scholarships, but none of the students knew what awards they were receiving as they walked toward the stage.
I'm pretty happy right now. I don't know. It's good to, kind of be done with school and move on to the next level, so I'm excited about that.
Nathaniel later received the prestigious Batterman Scholarship for $11,000. Senior class president Keely Adele began the actual presentation and was herself one of the 4 recipients of the coveted Janesville Promise Grant, covering $5,000 per year for all 4 years of college.
I'm planning to attend the University of Wisconsin at Whitewater for hopefully education.
By the end of the evening, over 130 scholarships were presented based on academics, athletics, community service, and financial need. Reporting for Cougar News, this is Allie Pearson.
Speaking of awards, the Craig Forensics team received several of them at this year's state competition in Madison. Now, we all know what an honor it is to compete at state, but how many of us know that every single state has a high school speech, debate, and theater competition, and that Wisconsin is the oldest in the nation?
How many of us even know what forensics is? We send a camera to find out.
Isn't it like crimes and stuff, like figure out crimes?
Forensics is a competing club that does several things from doing presentations to monologues to short storytelling sessions. That's awesome.
I don't know.
It's like where we make speeches about different topics and issues. That's what I'm pretty sure that's what it is.
What is Mrs. Hillblink?
Forensics is open to all students 9 through 12 who wish to improve their public speaking skills. Students compete at various tournaments solo or in groups of their choosing and receive feedback from certified judges. Forensics members can even letter and qualify for state. This year's team qualified all but 1 member for state, with 5 members receiving perfect scores.
Anyone interested in joining Forensics next year should see advisor Miss Nicole Hibblink.
The Student Council Talent Show raised the curtain May 9th. Reporter Dwayne Redler has the highlights. We go now to our Editor-In-Chief, Dylan Ristow.
Thanks, Joey. A former NFL player recently visited Craig High School to lend his support for Circles of Support. William White, who was drafted in the 4th round by the Detroit Lions, also played for the Falcons and the Chiefs and was even in Super Bowl 33. Mr. White was in Craig High School's small auditorium to discuss the importance of careers in so-called STEM fields, science, technology, engineering, and math. Students in Circles of Support were shocked when Mr. White said he made way more money in his STEM field career than he ever did in the NFL. Reporting for Cougar News, this is Dylan Ristow.
Circles of Support is a group of freshmen who meet periodically to complete research projects to improve Craig High School.
For our next story, reporter Sophia Shackett turns the lens on someone whose work you might have seen in the yearbook.
One event that makes even amateur photographers look like pros is prom.
There was no hiding the colorful gowns or smiles from this year's theme of a masquerade ball.
First-year prom coordinators Mrs. Hanson and Mrs. Duncan were smiling as well. Our features editor Lydia Carroll has created a video scrapbook.
In classroom news, some PE students are getting fit using cutting-edge technology. The new Polar Fit heart rate monitors connect to students through elastic straps worn around the chest. The monitors send heart rate data via Bluetooth to the teacher's iPad. The information can be projected on the wall so students can see what fitness zone they are working in. There is even an app the students can download to link to their own monitors. This gives students individualized data on their personal fitness levels, and it helps the coaches track their progress. Craig is one of only a few schools in the state that are beginning to use heart rate monitors as a regular part of PE classes.
On a similar beat, the American Red Cross recently held its annual blood drive in the Craig Gym.
Its goal was to collect 85 pints of true blue cougar blood for emergency use. Team supervisor Gene Kunert gave an example of such an emergency. A Madison business owner who cut himself while working alone at night and would not have made it without such donations. Mrs. Kunert said that Craig is one of the better schools she works at, and the student volunteers are particularly awesome.
Head over to the sports desk where Cade Badisher calls the play. Thanks, Devontae. Now, seniors aren't the only ones graduating from Craig this year. A handful of faculty and staff are moving on to greener pastures.
English teacher Miss Rachel Ekblad is leaving Craig to attend graduate school and teach college in Florida.
English teacher Mrs. Rachel Zaki and her husband are relocating closer to family in Indiana.
Congratulations to all graduates, young and old. You can read about other faculty and staff in this month's Criterion.
Now, what would a broadcast be without teachers reading actual tweets sent by Craig students?
This month, we end our broadcast with departing teachers being good sports and having some fun at their own expense.
As a bonus, we have the attendance office having some fun at our expenses.
For more news and features, check out our website at tiny.cc/CN4U. For Cougar News, I'm Sydney.
I'm Lexi.
I'm Joey. Thank you for watching. See you next year.